Hello everybody, new video today. So as we all know, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition has just been announced for Switch. Not Switch 2, but Switch, and will be the big March game of next year, as it's releasing on March 20th. So this is the big game that Nintendo is putting out right before their fiscal year ends at the end of March. They always like to have a decent release, big release, right before the fiscal year ends in March, and it looks like X is taking up that slot. And this is a big deal because this was like the last Wii U game that a lot of fans have been clamoring for to come over. And of the remaining games on that system, Xenoblade Chronicles X is the one that truly deserves a second life on Switch. There may be a few other candidates like Paper Mario Color Splash, but we're really down to the wire at this point. And Xenoblade Chronicles X was on the top of the list. So for this game to come over with improved visuals and even new story elements, and OJ from Player Essence just put out a post on X showing screenshots of the improved visuals, a side-by-side comparison of one of the character models, and it looks like they put a great deal of effort and work behind the improved visuals. So I'm impressed. But as the title of the video suggests, because I just put a video out not too long ago stating that I believe, and I'm sure a lot of Nintendo fans still believe, that Switch 2 is going to release in the first half of next year. But when is this thing going to be announced? You like to think that Nintendo's going to want to put the system, launch the system a good 6 months after the initial announcement, reveal teaser of the hardware, right? So I'm starting to think, if this thing is not revealed by November at the latest, next month, potentially, there is a high probability that it could actually be a late 2025 launch. That's still a possibility. But there still is hope, because again, if they announce the system next month, then it could still very well release in April, May, or June, which would be first half of next year. Those are the 3 months that I kind of had it slated for, and I believe most people have it slated for. So, I mean, November to April, that's 6 months right there. So, yeah, I mean, it's just interesting that, you know, Switch is still going strong, I mean, at this point. You have Donkey Kong Returns HD in January. There's nothing in February, but there's no reason why we still can't get a February game. Then in March, we now have Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. We still have Pokemon Legends ZA and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and that's not going to be it. That won't be it. There's still likely some mystery Switch games, either in development or that Nintendo are holding out on. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 come to mind. There will be more. As the system's going to continue to sell next year, we'll continue to get support even after Switch 2 releases. This isn't the end. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive is not the end of it. There's more coming, I believe. Again, it's a great announcement because, you know, this is a game that a lot of fans are going to double dip on, and there's also a lot of current Switch owners that never played Xenoblade Chronicles X as well that are going to dive into this one. So it could even potentially sell better than Metroid Prime Remastered, which is at $1 million plus. I see Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive potentially even selling better than that. I mean, the Xenoblade Chronicles series in particular is gaining in popularity with each new installment. With each new release, it continues to sell better and better. It typically hovers around the 2 million, 2+ million. I don't think it's reached 3 yet, but I think it will get potentially with the next installment on Switch 2. I mean, Monolith Soft. I mean, you look at what they did with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3 on Switch. Just think about the extra power they're going to have in their hands now, that what they could do with the next entry on Switch 2. So I see good things for the franchise moving forward in the future, but again, this is a great announcement for the March slot. Nonetheless, this is fine, but it just begs to question, when is Switch 2 going to be announced? In November is really the last hurrah at this point. If it doesn't happen next month, again, then we may have to start leaning towards the potential of a late 2025 release for the system. I just can't see them, you know, putting this thing out right smack in the middle of the summer, like July or something. You know, if it's not coming first half, then it could very well be a holiday release, a holiday launch. So we'll see moving forward. But I'm excited for Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm not a huge Xenoblade Chronicles fan. I've only dabbled in a few of the entries. The first one on Wii, actually, and have not played Xenoblade Chronicles X. So it's on my list. It's on my radar. So I might actually pick this one up and have fun with it. So that's all for now. Thanks for listening. It's an interesting topic because Switch is continuing to get games, and it's going to continue to get games next year as well. So there's a lot to look forward to nonetheless on 8-year-old hardware. So thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more content in the works. That's all for now.